Hello, and I'm glad to meet you here in the space I created for us, all the people interested in knowledge, in self-development, and understanding the planetary positions in the natal chart. Today we are going to travel a bit on the moon and understand the importance that this planetary position has in the chart. I know it's not a planet, I know it's a satellite, but for making the understanding easier, I will just use the term planet as a metaphor to the heaviness or the very intense energy that it carries in the natal chart. But I recommend all the time for people that are interested in astrology and astronomy to also compare the astronomical point of view and understand the information on a deeper level. So today here is Monday. I'm not sure when the video will reach you, but I'm filming it on a Monday, and Monday is the day associated with the moon. So many times I saw that clients born in this day are very in touch with their moon sign, but not necessarily. You can be very acute about your moon sign even in other circumstances, but this one is one of the main ones I discovered working with charts. So I dedicated this day to exploring the meaning of the moon, and I would like to start by saying that it's one of the luminaries, and I think that this concept of light, the light of the moon and the light of the sun, is a very important aspect in both the natal chart and in the composite chart or in the synastry charts. The way this type of light balances the inner light and the outer light, the very bright shining light of the sun and the day, what the day means and what our mission and our work is on this planet, and the very subtle part of the moonlight that is related to understanding our deeper self and our emotions and our instinctual side. The way they dance and the way they mingle is very interesting to understand in the charts. So today we'll concentrate on the moon, and I would like to share with you the meaning that it has in the chart. It's mainly related to emotions and to our intuitive side and to our instinctual sides, to our desires, to our needs. It is very connected to our impulsive reactions and to our emotional reactions, and the moon sign we have might also tell who generates very strong internal responses within us. We can look at our moon sign and see which sun signs or which Venus signs or Mars signs or so on make our moon feel more dramatic or more reactive. So what I really resonated with and I want to share with you is the way the Vedic system sees the moon. I'm not talking about necessarily the Vedic type of calculating the signs, but I would like to share the way this system sees the connection between the mind and the moon, which I found brilliant and I deeply resonate too, even if the classical European system usually associates the mind with Mercury. Not that it's not correct, but I think this new view on the moon and the mind, well, it's not so new, actually it's quite old, but it comes to Europeans as new right now. It's also interesting to see. So mainly the Vedics say that our moon is related to the mind because our mind generates ideas that make us have certain wants. We start wanting something or desiring something, certain desires, because a certain image went through our mind. And then in a subconscious way we start desiring something, and because we desire something we start acting according to what we desire, or we start making different plans or acting in a certain way out just because we desire a certain outcome or a certain type of relationship or so on. So it's a very subtle way, because the moon has a subtle light. It's a very subtle way of connecting the mind to the actions that we take, and the moon has a very important role in this process. Many times the sign in which we have the moon talks a lot about this process, and you can see that if you connect deeper with the sign of your moon, it might tell a lot about how our mind works in telling us what to do and in guiding our actions in a very, very subtle way. So this is one of the main stories that I like about the moon. I resonate with it, and many times when I do chart readings I feel this very deep energy of the moon and the way it affects our or it maybe not affects, but maybe it makes our reality blossom. Another aspect that I really wanted to talk about is that in the Gene Keys profile and in the Human Design profile, if you are into this type of teachings too, we have two moons. Well, we actually have two of all the planets, but in Human Design we have two moons, and in the Gene Key we have the subconscious moon in our profile, and it is named the sphere of the attraction. And I feel that this part of correlating moon with attraction is very important, not only attraction in one-to-one relationship, but also what we attract in our life, and what type of experiences we attract, and what type of people we attract, and how our reality is shaped by this concept of attraction. It was many times associated with a mirror, the moon, because it has this mysterious cold energy and cold light. And I believe mirroring is not only looking at the self, but also understanding the duality we many times have, and it's also about relating to ourselves and about relating to the other. So moon becomes a very important part in the concept of relating and in the concept of mirroring. So I invite you to explore your moon sign, and I'm very curious to know what your moon signs are. And if you want to go and explore the subject deeper, you can read about it. I will also post a link to my blog. And if you feel like diving deeper and understanding the aspects that your moon makes, and the importance it has in your chart, and how much the moon aspects other planets, if it's one of the main planets or the dominant planets in your chart, you can check out my event page and see when the moon event is coming. I will constantly post on the page, so if you follow, you can see when this will happen. Thank you very much for watching, and hope it brought some clarity into the subject, and meet you next time to travel on more planets and see their meaning in the chart. Thank you, bye bye.